Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's a trade of the day, Monday night Zoom edition, and Bitcoin maintained 28K over the weekend, actually closed above it. So that's good news. Mostly sideways today, a little dipsy-do here and there, but hanging around 28K, just under at the moment. So let's look at the chart and check it out. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin day chart.
Yes.
Thank you. And as you can see, I've changed the structure, updated it. Got our low now just above $20,000. We hit that a couple times uh, earlier this month, and again back in January, and a few times in October. So I've got my top of the range at 32K, though sort of an invisible psychological barrier here at 30,000.
Why
Maybe
32, CJ? Why are you deciding on 32? You're not 30.
let's check it out.
Oh, because there's some
Yeah.
candles back there.
There's some resistance back here in June, which is where my zone starts. So that was my reasoning. I thought there would be some more around 30K, but no, when we had that big drop, it blasted through 30 like it was nothing, like it was wet tissue and just kept dropping. Now that may have been due to the news of the time, which I think this was a little bit after the Luna debacle. So that may have had something to do with it. But that was in May, so this is after that. But could have been ramifications. Actually a lot of institutions and hedge funds and things like that were going down as a result of that. So that's probably why we have some unusually aggressive dropping activity here, where in a normal trading cycle, you might see something more gradual, something more like this. But anyway, so that's what I saw, 32K for the resistance. And so I put that as the top of my range. But again, I do acknowledge that there'll be a psychological barrier at 30K. So you need to watch out for that as well. And then on Ethereum, we broke through 1700, which had been resistance for a while. You can see multiple touches here, going back into February, and almost made it in January. Broke above 1700, closed above it, almost hit 1800 as a close. I mean, it did go above, hit about almost 1850 on Saturday, and again on Sunday, but then the close was actually below 1800. So that could be the next barrier to attain. I've got the top of my zone down here at just under $2,000 on Ethereum. So any questions or comments on the markets overall? Okay, kind of a mellow day today. Let's see if we can find some day trades for this evening and tomorrow morning. We'll start with Altcoin Alert. I was looking at this earlier. I'm on the altcoin radar view. I'm sorting by the AA score, which is one of the many sorts I use. We have Nano and Ion at the top. I've looked at both of these. They're on exchanges I don't trade on, so I'm blowing them off. I've got basic attention token, BAT, at 78.8. I'm usually looking for a value of 80 or more. And quick review, Altcoin Alert is telling us that BAT has a 78.8% chance to go up 3% or more in the next 48 to 72 hours. So usually it's a coin that's dipped and is due for a comeback. Sometimes it's a coin that's trending pretty hard. So at the moment, I think it's the latter, or the former. So let's look at the chart. Got it up right about here. Let's start the 5-minute. Again, mostly sideways, a little dip earlier today, late morning, early afternoon. Came back a little bit and going sideways again. So not much action on this. Not sure if I'd want to trade a chart this dull, but since we're here, let's give it a look. One, 1, 2, 3. Pretty good 1, 2, 3 dip here. Yeah, 1%. A fourth dip actually was a better entry. We're just going sideways now on top of the SMA line, so not a good a place to get in. If you want to do a price alert on this one, I'm seeing some support right here between, about 24.5 cents and 24 cents. Could be a good entry on a price alert. If you want to do that, right click here on your chart, add your alert, AA score. That's what I would call this, and then you're off. But as you know, that's not how I like to do my alerts. So being told to have an unstable internet connection. You guys hearing me okay?
Yes.
So far.
All right. 15-minute chart. Let's look at, see if we can do some indicator alerts. I tend to do better with those. So let's start with the super trend. If you want to trade with the trend is your friend. I do like this one. I do change the settings. The ATR period reduced from 10 to 5. And then I change some of the style here the way I like it. So in the recent past, on the 15-minute chart, over the weekend, we had a buy signal here. Saturday night, went up a little bit. Some profit briefly and then dropped here. Real zigzaggy mess. We did eventually hit that 3% after about a little over a day, so that's not bad. If you're trading leverage and you want to short the token, it's a pretty decent one here. If you're at 5 or 10x leverage, 1.5%, not bad. Over here, another one, 1.3%. If you held on longer, you would have caught the second drop, almost 3%. Again, if you're at 5 or 10x leverage, that's a really good day trade. So super trend, not bad, but not great. Divergence. This is for the contrarians out there trying to catch those dips. Divergence is a disagreement between the price action and the indicator values. So it does have a predictive quality to it. It's far from perfect, but it's about the best we got. So I have two indicators that I use, the divergence for many indicators version 4, which does unfortunately repaint, which means it'll get new information and change, which is kind of annoying if you're doing back testing. So I use this non-repaint version for confirmation. And then, but I like the many indicators because it's alert friendly. You can, if you want to set an alert for bullish divergence, which if you're trading spot would be your best option. Here's one here that did pretty well. Computer's not cooperating. All right, there we go. 3% move there. We like that. This one here, 2% move, not bad. This one here, another 2% move, not bad. So this one would have dropped. You'd probably still be in that one. So overall, the bullish divergences did pretty well. The bearish, 1.5, not bad. Pumps up a little bit, then drops again. Kind of a wild ride here if you stay in the whole time. If you're seeking that 3%, probably don't get it till here, about a day and a half later. So again, not a bad day and a half trade. And if you want to set an alert on this, it's really easy. Right click, divergence. You choose either your positive or negative. If you want to trade both directions, you'll need to do 2 alerts. I always seem to forget to show you guys how to do a super trend alert, but this one's really easy as well. Right click on it, super trend. If you want to, you can go with buy or sell, or if you're trading both directions, like I like to do, direction change. And once per bar close, that's important. That'll keep it on until you turn it off. Okay. And then the other indicator I like is the stochastic RSI cross coming up above the 20 value, which is this value down here. That's usually when it's overbought and coming back. Or you can, if you want to short it, go to this overbought area up here. And when it drops from 80 or below the 80 value, that can be a good entry as well. So let's go to my vertical line and look at a few of the past crosses. We'll focus on the bullish movements. Drops below 20 here and comes back up. So your entry would be right about here. Unfortunately, goes against us at first, but eventually, almost 3% on that one. Yeah, a better entry would have been here. And another one would have been here. I guess the best of the three. I think this would have triggered an alert. Not bad. And another one here. Let's see. Yeah, 1.7%. We can probably find coins moving a little bit better than this. And BAT is an older project, so sometimes they don't move as well as some of the hip new kids on the block. So I'll get rid of this. Any questions on a basic attention token, BAT? All right, let's see what else we have on Altcoin Alert. That was the AA score. I've been using this 1 hour projected range as well. And if you sort by this, it'll sort by this value here, this middle between the upper and the lower. And sometimes there is no value there. I was looking at OMG. I've traded this today and yesterday a little bit. The upper value is 10%, lower one's 5. So it's doing some of this. As day traders, we like kind of range trading. So let's check out OMG. I think I have the chart up here. I do. Okay. On the 5-minute, we're trending down, but not really in a dip sequence yet. We don't have a bubble. About 3% between the Bollinger Bands. Not that much room to move. I'm trying to see if we have a 1, 2, 3 dip setup I could show you, but I'm not seeing one. All right, so now we're already below where the support is, or pretty close to it, like $2.05 is about where I would put a price alert, and we're pretty close to that now. So maybe a little bit below that would be a place for a price alert. On our indicators, the 15-minute chart, supertrend. This buy obviously did very well. The sells not so much. Yeah, these sells didn't do well. Yeah, this one's been way more volatile than the BAT we just looked at. So you might want to stay long on this one until there's a significant retrace. Okay, on divergence. These bullish divergences did very well. And I think this one did eventually. I'd have done a ladder buy at around the 5 or 6% drop. And then you probably get out right about here with a small profit on your first position and a really good profit on your second one. Okay. RSI. Let's just kind of eyeball that. All these bullish ones did well, obviously, because they caught this move here. And then there was a dip and then another move. So this one you probably still be in, the one from this morning around 10 o'clock Pacific. Other than that, all the bullish moves did well. The bearish ones did not. Yeah, all these are pretty bad shape. So this one did okay from late Sunday afternoon, but all right. Well, that's all I have on OMG. Any questions on this one?
No.
Okay.
Just sort of a general question. When you're looking at the different time frames and you're trying, as a day trader, I'm asking you, and the RSI might be at the bottom on one time frame and in the dead middle of the next time frame and 3/4 of the way up on the next one. Which one of the time frames do you give the most weight to as a day trader?
That's a good question. I started using the 15-minute chart when I noticed that these RSI drops that would drop below the 20 and come back up were usually in the middle or at the end of 5-minute chart dip sequences.
Yep.
That's when I started using it. So to answer your question, it's both. I like the indicator on the 15-minute chart. Then I'll head over to the 5-minute chart and see where it is there. If I like what I see, I'll go ahead and get in. If not, I might wait or set another alert for confirmation. I did that a lot at the beginning, a year or so ago, and then lately I've really mostly just been trading off the 15-minute chart. So
Okay.
I didn't really.
Yeah, when they contradict, I just didn't know which way you would go. So
Yeah.
thanks. Good answer. Good answer.
The shorter time frames show the little fluctuations that the longer time frames don't show. So the longer time frames smooth it out. So it depends whether you want to see those little fluctuations, because when you're timing your entry, those little fluctuations can make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hey, Greg. Hi, CJ. Can you show him? Can you draw a vertical line at where it goes above the 25? Just draw a vertical line anywhere on the 15 minutes chart. Yeah, just draw a vertical line where it goes. Yeah, right there. And that switches to the 5 minutes so he can see where it is. Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. So you see it's always to the top, almost what? Overbought, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's asking, I mean, would you go in, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, would you do a sell after that? Or I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's asking.
Yeah. I don't know if this would be persuasive. I know the stochastic RSIs can't be sensitive. I might look at the MACD and see what it's doing.
Yeah.
It's against us at the moment, but I might set an alert here to wait for the cross on the MACD. So that would have been crossed right about here in this vicinity. And that's a good entry. But then I've got the RSI going against me at the moment. You know, the best one as far as the indicators are concerned are right here where the MACD crosses and the stochastic RSI is crossed, but it is pretty high. But it's not that unusual for a stochastic RSI to stay up here for a while if the market's pumping. So. Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's a good thing you just said about the vertical line, just to pop back and forth from one to the other.
Yeah.
Because I forget where I am.
Yeah. And let's see, where do you find these? I created a toolbar. I forgot where they are. They're around here somewhere.
You could do put your cursor somewhere and do an Alt V with the keyboard. Yes,
Yeah.
no, I thought Alt V did it.
It's Alt H. Wrong direction.
Each is horizontal. I thought the V would be. Here's
Alt
your
V. I
toolbar.
thought you said
I
Alt
see it.
V. V makes sense. Vertical, duh. All right. Yeah, that's how you do it. Alt V on your keyboard if you can't find it over here.
Yeah, vertical and horizontal. I can keep talking.
Yeah.
Fast.
All right. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for the answer.
And yeah, it just depends on how long you want to wait. If you want to wait for the perfect entry and set a bunch of, not a bunch, but like a couple extra confirmation alerts, that's fine. That's a reasonable thing to do. If you got to go and you're not going to look at your your chart for a while and you want to set something up, then you might want to go ahead and sacrifice a little bit of a perfect entry and do it now. Of course, there's things you can do with different softwares and limit orders and things like that to get a good entry, but it's a little beyond what we're talking about here. So, all right, let's look at one more on Altcoin Alert, and then we'll see what iCoinPro can show us. So we've looked at the AA score, the 1 hour projected range. Well, John's here. How about social activity? I haven't used this one in a while. So if I match on social activity and trading activity, that might be worth further investigation. We looked at OMG already, that has fire on both. Lena does as well. MFT, CKB. CKB is something I trade from time to time. Let's look at that one. Okay. All right, so at the moment we're dipping, drop below the SMA line, but we don't have a bubble yet. Pretty good movement, it's over 6% between these otherwise squeezy looking Bollinger Bands. So it's got potential. As a price alert, I like this area here, right around 0.5 cents. On indicators, supertrend bullish did really well. And almost 2% there, then a little dip, then a big movement there. That big move is obvious. Actually, the sells did pretty well too. This might be one to go both directions on. Just don't be greedy on this, on the sell side. 2.5% here. Yeah, I'd say go for 1 to 2% on the shorts, because you don't want to get stuck in something like this on the short side. Okay, divergence. Not surprising, all the bullish ones did well. Bearish ones, the first two did okay. Yeah, I get about 2% off these. Not bad. Yeah. This is a really nice setup. Each direction's, you can make profit either way. So I like that. So I'm gonna set alert on this, negative selected once per bar close. And this is I forgot what the sort's called. What's it called again, John?
Sentiment or something?
No, that's the one I usually do. I go back here. Social
Twitter.
activity sort.
Social, yeah, Twitter.
Yeah. All right. So that's negative. On the positive side, I can do the same thing. Positive once per bar close. If I type in social, it'll come up again. It'll remember that, which is convenient. And then when on my spreadsheet, when I'm doing my log, I always put, where I got the information, what sort helped me. So I can go back and reuse that information. Okay, and take a quick look at stochastic, and then we'll head on over to iCoinPro. Drop here, that obviously did well. Yeah, all these did pretty well. Yeah, could have done really well with that, in addition to the divergence. Okay, any questions on CKB and Altcoin Alert before we head over to iCoinPro? Okay. iCoinPro, home of the 1, 2, 3 dip. Since we're here, let's gonna refresh. Check out the fear and greed index. Ooh, we're in greed land now. We're less than half the price of Bitcoin's all-time high, and that's considered greedy. Guess it's all relative. So there's two tools I like to use, the RSI Spy and the Buddy Coin Crawler. I usually start with the RSI Spy. And I'm going to sort by the 1 hour RSI. You see me look at the 15-minute stochastic RSI. This is obviously a similar indicator in a longer time frame. So if I have values 30 and below, those have usually been beaten down or due for recovery. So I have to set alerts on those. And unfortunately, this includes Bitcoin pairs, which I don't trade. And here's my first USDT pair, AirDio, whatever that is. But Ocean is something I trade with some frequency. So we are below the 30 value. So it's oversold on the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to click this drop down trading view. It'll bring up a 5-minute chart on my most recent layout. So we've got that on Ocean, 5 minutes. It was mostly moving sideways and a drop here this morning and sideways since then. So this one could be due for a comeback. We're already at where I would put a price alert, so that's not helpful. So let's go to the indicators right away. Supertrend has been pretty good. So 1.5 there. And eventually gets up 2.5 after 16 hours. Not bad. The sells did better. 1.7 there against us, and then over 3% there. We like that. And then a big move here. Yeah, it's a really good short on Ocean. So let's set an alert here. I'm going to go with my direction change, once per bar close. That's RSI Spy. And I've got my alert set for this evening. Okay, on divergence, most of the bullish ones didn't do so well. This one might have been a good ladder buy. Yeah, you can probably get in around here around between 5 to 7%. And then you get out maybe around, no, yeah, you'd probably still be in that actually. If you took that first bullish divergence. This one's a much better entry, obviously. 4%. This one, almost 3%. That one's even better. For this one, you probably have to ladder buy if you want to stay in it and make a profit. And since Ocean's been dropping today, all the bearish divergences did pretty well. On the stochastic RSI, That one did well. That one did okay. This one you might still be in. Well, 2%, not bad. Then it drops pretty hard. Probably ladder after ladder by once or twice in this range. We'll see what happens. Okay, any questions on Ocean? All right. You can also sort this for the other direction. If you're looking for something to short, see values above 70. Those are pumps that are usually due for a retrace. We don't have any above 70 at the moment. And this,
There's two on the 4 hour, TJ. I'm not sure if you use that or not.
no, I don't. But good catch. You can if you want to, but I like to stay with the 1 hour just because I'm a day trader, and even a 1 hour chart's the longer than I usually look for helping me to determine if I get in trade or not. But there's nothing wrong with it's fine to use longer time frames if you want. I have traded this one today. eGeld. God, this used to be something else. I can't remember what it was. It's called Multiverse now, but escapes me. We'll go ahead and check it out. Trading view chart, down menu. And it's pumping at the moment. Broke through the top of the Bollinger Band on the 5-minute chart. Got some resistance right here around 47.75. And it's 47.40 at the moment. Not sure if it's going to break through or keep going. If you want to set a price alert for a retrace, some support here on the short term, right around 45.60 on the 15-minute chart. Super trend looks good. Yeah, all these did well. Yeah, 4% move on that short. You know, 2.5% on that long. You stay in it longer, you know, you catch that. Yeah, this one's moving nicely. 2s and 3s all over the place. So I might grab this one too while I'm here. Little nighttime trading action tonight. Okay. Divergence. Yeah, the bullish ones did well. The bearish ones, except for the two. Well, this one here. Yeah, you probably get stopped out of that one. This one, maybe you'd make some profit in. Yeah, 2.4, not bad. And finally, how about our RSI? Yeah, all the long positions are going to catch that pump. So yeah, no sense in going through that again. Okay. Any questions on multiverse, EGLD? All right, we'll look at one more trade option with iCoinPro. This is the RSI SPY. I also like the Buddy Coin Crawler. Yeah, that's off the trading approach that this group has. Buddy coins, you choose 3 or 4 to follow throughout the day, and those are your buddies. And then if you sort by this tool, average low to SMA, usually looking for values around 4 to 5%. Those tend to be the ones that are moving. IMX, I like a lot. I've been trading that one lately. Stacks as well. Ren, So Ocean we've looked at, OMG we looked at. So you'll see some duplication with this, with some of the other tools that we use. But let's look at IMX. Okay, went sideways, big drop, then sideways again. Not sure if I like that as much as I thought I would. And we're already at where I would put a price alert, so I don't think that's going to be useful. 15-minute chart. Super trend. Looks like it did pretty well. Getting 2% or more moves on almost all of these. So yeah, a little late on this move, but yeah. All super trend alerts did well on IMX. So I'll grab that for tonight. Feel like it's a little selfish of me to do my own alerts while I'm on with you guys, but at least I use these, so I like them. Buddy coin crawler. And good to go. On divergence. Bearish did well. Most of the bullish ones did too, except these last two we don't know yet. So yeah, either one. And let's do stochastic a little differently. Let's look at, look at these for a short. So we want to go above the 80 value and then start dropping. So we have that here. On this one, drops right about here. So, but goes against you pretty quick. Yeah, it did not do well. This pump and drop, that's a really good move. Pump and drop here. Not bad. %. Pump and drop here. And not that good. If you survive this, depending what your leverage is, then you might want to go low leverage. Since overall the market's been trending up, I think on any shorts, you might want to go with lower leverage or use stop losses or both. That's a pretty good entry eventually. As is this. So if you're only using this 15-minute entry and the stochastic RSI, probably more wins than losses, not bad. I like what I saw on the super trends, so I'll stay with that one. Okay, any questions on IMX? Well, that's all I have for my Monday night trading Zoom, Altcoin Alert and iCoinPro day trading approaches. Any comments about those or questions or about the markets overall? All right, we're at about 40 minutes. Good place to stop. If you're watching this on the recording, thanks for doing that. Please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help support the channel. If you're here for Carbon, stick around. We will start that Zoom next. Have a good one.